Welcome to another episode of Game Time. I'm JP Murrieta, and this week we are in Las Cruces on the road to speak with the Centennial boys soccer team and head coach Daniel Loya. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for coming.
Tell me a little bit about this year's team. I know your record, you're off to a great start, but what do I need to know about this squad?
Man, this is a very talented group. This is, we like to think that we're very deep. Everybody has a role in this group. Very talented. They work hard. They're responsible. They're respectful. This is the kind of team that you would want to have.
Who's getting it done for you this year? Some of these guys behind us.
All of them. There is not one player that has not put in the work. There is not one player that has not contributed to anything of our success this season.
You're having a great year. I mentioned your record, and you've won 11 straight during one stretch of your schedule with 5 shutouts during that time. Pretty impressive. Is this one of the best boys soccer teams that Centennial's ever produced?
Absolutely. It definitely has, and part of it, it's the hard work, and like I said, it's the commodity of the team, of the build-up, the team bonding, the team build that we've produced. Okay, it's definitely showing dividends.
Centennial's never played for a state title in boys soccer. In fact, the last time a team outside the Albuquerque area won the big schools boys blue trophy was in 2013 when Las Cruces won it all, which I'm sure you're familiar with. What does this Centennial team have that gives you the confidence that maybe you guys could get there this year?
Well, like I said, the determination, the fact that this is a group that we've been building for a couple of years. The core group started as freshmen. We kind of put our name a little bit on the map last year as sophomores, making it to the quarterfinals, and this year as the core group being the junior group. We're hoping to make a statement this year. I think one of the biggest things is the fact that you look at our group and you look at our stats, and it's not just one player that jumps off the page. It's not one specific player that other teams like, we got to mark this player, we got to mark this one. It's who are you going to mark, because it's everybody.
Would you say you're more stronger offensively or defensively, because you got a boatload of shutouts on your resume as well?
I think that we're a very complete team thus far. The kids have definitely demonstrated that, as where we stand right now. Obviously 50 goals on the attack and only 10 on the against us. So I think it speaks volumes of the work and the teamwork that we've done.
You've gone through your district opponents once already this year. What did you find out about those guys?
Definitely, it's tough. Every game, it's a battle. We knew going in we were going to have a big target on our backs, and that really hasn't disappointed. Every single game, people are coming out for us. They want to beat us. They want to show up. They want to know that they're beating one of the top teams on the state this year.
Do you like having that target, or do you prefer maybe sneaking up on some opponents, which would be hard to do at this point?
You know what? Personally, I like it. We like the challenge. One of our mindsets every day at practice is you got to show up. You got to show up because they're going to show up. Other teams may only have to show up for our game. We have to show up for every game. And so far, they've done it.
We mentioned district opponents. Gadsden got the better of you in the first go-round, 2-0 district matchup. How much are you looking forward to that rematch on the last match of the regular season?
Oh, we're definitely looking forward to it. That was an upset. It was very disappointing. Kids worked hard. The atmosphere was amazing. It didn't feel like a district game. It felt like a playoff game. We're definitely looking forward to it to get to bring it back, and especially at our house.
What jumps out about this squad? If I were to show up at a practice and watch you guys work out, what would really stand out for me to see?
I think that the biggest thing is going to be the relationship that they have within each other. This isn't a team where egos are high. Everybody knows what the role is. Everybody comes, and it comes down from the last player off the bench to our captain, to the first player on the field. It really is a special group, and like I said, there's egos are left at the door, and they come and they work hard, and I think that that's one of the biggest things that you're going to see.
Well, maybe this is the year for Centennial boys soccer.
We sure hope so.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the season. We'll be back with more Game Time after this. The New Mexico Activities Association is excited to announce the NMAA 24/7 mobile app. Whether you're a student, coach, parent, or player, you can have the power of the NMAA right in the palm of your hand. Find scores and schedules, follow your favorite teams, receive special offers from NMAA sponsors, get state championship information, highlights, features, and much more. Download the free NMAA 24/7 mobile app in the App Store or Google Play. Get it now.
Hi, my name is Julio Coca. I'm from Centennial High School, and welcome back to Game Time.
Now from one kind of football to another, the kind with the 100-yard field, the end zones, and the goalposts. Let's take a look at some of the winners in high school football this past week.
Rio Rancho was home against Cibola. The two teams combined for 100 points. Zach Vigil had quite the night, rushing for 339 yards and 4 touchdowns. Rio Rancho with a 65-35 win. The Rams are averaging over 53 points a game. Cleveland picked up their 7th win in as many weeks as the Storm pounced on Atrisco Heritage. Cleveland with a 48-0 victory. It was a battle of the unbeatens at West Las Vegas as the Dons took on Raton. This one was a defensive battle with Raton leaving the field with an unblemished record. The Tigers pick up a 14-7 win, handing West Las Vegas their first loss of the year. Los Lunas remains unbeaten. The Tigers continue to look like one of the top teams in the state with a 55-0 win over Highland. Farmington also remains perfect. The Scorpions have posted a shutout in 4 of their last 5 games with a 54-0 win over Los Alamos. The Scorpions have now won 12 in a row dating back to last season. Hot Springs snapped a 3-game losing streak. The Tigers are back in the win column after last week's victory over Crown Point. Final score, Hot Springs 46, Crown Point 12. Sandia turned in their best performance of the year. The Matadors racked up almost 500 yards of total offense against Santa Fe. Sandia over Santa Fe 55-28. Centennial was down 14-0 to Oregon Mountain and scored 52 consecutive points to beat the Knights 52-14. Clovis quarterback Milo Acosta with one of the top plays of the year. Wildcats were down 24-19 to Albuquerque High with less than 2 minutes to go, and on 4th and 21 from their own 9-yard line, he completed a pass to Robert Nora, who went the other way for the go-ahead score. Clovis with a 25-24 dramatic win at home, their first win of the season. Volcano Vista took on West Mesa. The Hawks put up another big number with more big plays. Volcano Vista beat the Mustangs 42-10. Berlin met up with Valley. The Eagles scored 21 points in the first quarter and never looked back. Berlin with a 28-13 victory. Berlin is 4-2 with a date against Del Norte on the horizon. Albuquerque Academy hosted their first game under the lights. The Chargers took on Bernalillo. Academy built up a 14-0 lead and held on for the 14-7 win. Academy is 6-1 on the year, and they take on Valencia this week. Don't sleep on Valencia. The Jaguars picked up another win. Valencia is 5-2 on the year. Valencia beat Grants last week 47-6. Las Cruces opened up district play with a win. The Bulldogs took down Carlsbad. Dallas Boyd threw a pair of TD tosses and ran for another. Las Cruces a winner 42-13. Las Cruces is at Hobbs this week. La Cueva met up with rival El Dorado. The Bears scored twice in an 18-second span. Aiden Armenta threw 3 touchdowns and ran for another, and La Cueva shut out El Dorado 41-0. The Bears are 6-1 on the season. Manzano met up with Del Norte. Isaiah Garcia returned a punt for a score and rushed for 2 more touchdowns as the Monarchs picked up their first win of the year and beat the Knights 42-6.
And Garcia to the 20, to the 10, and the touchdown.
Hi, I'm Cody Olivares, and I'm from Centennial High School, and we'll be back with more Game Time after this.
Are you living the life of an athlete? The New Mexico Activities Association brings you Life of an Athlete, a resource for students, educators, and parents to understand the challenges students face. Athletes, did you know one night of drinking will negatively affect your athletic performance for 2 weeks? Or that athletes who drink and do drugs are twice as likely to get injured? Alcohol's effects can reduce a high school athlete's potential by as much as 20 to 30%. Are you living the life of an athlete? Log on to lifeofanathlete.com to find out today.
Do you love sports? Do you want a front row seat for exciting high school sports action in New Mexico? If the answer is yes to either of those questions, then becoming an interscholastic sports official may be right for you. The New Mexico Officials Association is looking for individuals age 15 years or older to serve as officials in 10 different sports. No experience is necessary and training is provided. If you're interested, call 505-923-3110. That's 505-923-3110. Or go to the website nmact.org and click on the Officials tab.
Welcome back to Game Time from Centennial High School in Las Cruces. You know, the Centennial Hawks won the Class 5A State Volleyball Championship last season, and they have another good team this season. But the Cibola Cougars are also out to prove they have what it takes too.
What's one word to describe the Cibola High School volleyball team?
I would say fun. Our coach talks about it a lot, and I think fun.
Fun. That has literally been my word since the summer, is fun. All caps.
Winning is fun, and that's something the Cougars have done a lot lately. One reason why is versatility.
We're very versatile. Many of these kids can play multiple positions, and that sets us apart, I think.
Even though we have 2 setters, other people know how to set, so I like to tell us when we're on the court, put the ball in the air, because everybody can set a ball, everybody can hit a ball and put it in the court, so I think it's just exciting that everybody can do anything.
We have a sophomore on the outside hitter position as Janessa Leba. She's pretty dang steady. She gets the ball a lot, and she can put it down.
The Cougars have a weekly theme. From championship mindset to energy to teamwork, it's different every week.
We do life themes every week. This week they chose consistency.
It gives us something to focus on for each practice instead of just mindlessly going in and being like, oh, what are we doing today? Like, this week it's consistency.
They find a quote every day, and so one of the kids has a quote today, and she'll talk about it, why she chose it, and then we'll all talk about it, like how does this relate to life? It's not just volleyball, and how can this be better for us?
District champs! Champs!
Along with a theme, the Cougars start every workout with a routine called locking it in.
It checks us into practice, and each time we say we're going to be district champs, we're going to be state champs. It's like we're manifesting it, getting ready to be the top team.
We just all have the idea in our heads that we need to win state this year, and I think it's going to happen.
We don't always have perfect games, but I think if we're very driven throughout the game and we really want it, we're going to get it because we work hard for every point and we're going to give our all.
So what's it going to take to win their first state volleyball championship since 2014?
Like our life theme this week, we just have to be consistent. Consistency with our mentality, with our practice, just staying hard-driven.
We'll find out in November if their positive thoughts and themes, energy and talent translate into a blue trophy.
1, 2, 3, Cougars, up!
The state volleyball championships are scheduled for November 11th through the 13th. That's going to do it for another episode of Game Time. Be sure to check in with us every week. You never know where we're going to end up, but you do know when. What time? Game time. We'll see you next week.